So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Anonymous customer in Tennessee allegedly caused $10,000 in damages after he became upset about getting change for $2 and chicken sandwiches. The Memphis Police Department stated that they raced to a McDonald's restaurant in the 3149 Thomas Street following reports of a disturbance at around 11:30 a.m. on June 19th. In a Monday, June 27th Facebook statement, the MPD spokesperson stated officers were advised by staff that a customer was upset about $2 worth of change and a chicken sandwiches. The suspect made threats to do bodily harm to a female employee and knocked the cash register off his stand onto the floor, causing $10,000 worth of damages. Yo, this is what I be talking about. Black people be the main ones making stuff the utmost difficult. Like, you can try to, focus on other news. You can try to bring up a variety of other things. And then here you go with somebody black in the community deciding that they want to do some ignorant type of nonsense that will not only cast a bad light on them, but it'll cast a bad light on the community as a whole. And I don't have no time for nobody in a comment section talking about, oh, white people, other groups of people, da, da, da. I don't care. I don't care. Like, realistically, I don't care. Other groups of people have their other types of news sources that they can go to put up very positive images of themselves a multitude of times. That even if they do have bad in their community, people are going to look at the positive images. Even though you have other groups of people, like the greater majority, the European descendants that are the pagans, that are directly on the continent of North America, no matter what bad that they just so happen to do, you have media that is going to support and showcase a whole different narrative, which means that they're going to show them as queens and princesses and princes and kings and rulers and all the idealists and the astrologers and the scientists and all these other things. So it's like, it doesn't matter if other people are doing the same thing. It doesn't matter if they're doing this in their own community. It does not matter, because they have the sources to go to in order to put out a positive narrative. Guess what black people don't got? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Because case in point, let me just showcase something. Let me show you how jacked up black people are, right? Who was the brother's name? I think it was like Byron Allen, right? The brother has a he is married to, from what I can remember, he's married to a woman of another ethnicity, right? His whole main goal was to build a black-owned network and to have that in different things of that nature. And a variety of things that this brother has tried to do, black people have directly wanted to, shoot that down, or they didn't want to be a part of it. They didn't care for it because he chose a person of another ethnicity to be with. But I could have sworn that the main goal for black people was to at least have something, was to obtain something. So if we have some people out there that can, in a sense, do this, then they should do it. But the main thing that we have with black people is the fact that if we have a disagreement with a lot of things that people decide to do within their life, then we're going to use that and hold that against them, meaning that, okay, well, if you're doing X, Y, and Z, then, you can never sit up there and do this. And if you do it, we don't want nothing to sit up there and do with it, which means that black people are willing to cut off their nose to spite their face. Basically meaning that black people are willing to sit up here and complain and talk about the things that they deserve, but they're not willing to get the community together in order to formulate a plan in order to actually do it. They're not willing to actually put up the money, but they're all willing to sit up there and complain, right? So whereas you have this whole incident here with this establishment, right? Now, mind you, this guy would never do this in an establishment that is more than likely Asian. He wouldn't do this in a Jewish establishment. He wouldn't do this in a white establishment or anything like that. He wouldn't do that. he will do it in an establishment where his people are there, where they're patrons or where they're working in different things of that nature. That's what a lot of black people seem to do. A lot of black people seem to want to act out when it comes to their own people, but magically they can act like they got some common sense when they're in somebody else's house. Magically. The craziest thing. The craziest thing. And then when you decide to tell black people, instead of acting crazy at McDonald's over $2 and a McChicken sandwich, which this is where stereotypes start coming in, where you used to have all the racists, they want to start making jokes about black people and chicken. Well, there you go. This will be a reason right here, and it is what it is. Because like I said before, black people do things where they bring things upon themselves. Now some people will sit up there and say, well, Seiji, you're justifying and giving racists a reason to be racist for black. They're already racist. I'm not giving a reason for anything. I'm letting you know that this is what leads to this. You have an action, you have a reaction, right? So when something just so happens, like, hey, black man just so happens to commit a crime, you know what they're going to sit up there and do? All black men are criminals. Black people are thieves. Like I said before, it doesn't matter how much of an individual you are, it doesn't matter how educated you are, it doesn't matter how much money you got, it doesn't matter what car that you got to keep up with the Joneses, it doesn't matter if you even moved out to the suburbs, it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship where the other person's not even black. It don't matter. They're still going to categorize you as that unless they know you as an individual. And even on an individual basis, it's a 50-50 chance on that. 50-50 chance still on that. But yet again, here we go with black people. And yes, I am generalizing because every single time I talk, I like to generalize because it makes the point. Because you're not going to tell me that you're an individual, but then you want to still be considered a part of a group or a community. If you're an individual, then stay as an individual, right? Go around the world and see if everybody's going to, try to judge you on every single action and whatever it is that you do on an individual basis, or are they going to try to hold the fact that you are a part of a group and they're going to judge that group and you at the same time? Like I said, you can go and do that. You can go and do that. Like I said before, the moment in time that I decide to point out the ignorant, nonsensical things that's going on in the black community, this is when people want to start opening their mouth and say that, oh, brother, you shouldn't be judging all of us. Like, oh, this ain't reflective on all of us. This is just reflective on an individual by individual basis. No, it's not. Let me go back to a lot of these laws that white people sat up there and created on this land. Was that on an individual basis when it dealt with black people? Was that as a group? Because last time I checked, when they talk about black people, they talk about black people in a group. Last time I checked, when racists sit up and use the N-word, they're not like, oh, I'm using this N-word on an individual basis. I'm not talking about all black people. Nah, they talking about all black people up until they know you on an individual basis. And like I said before, even on that individual basis, it's a 50-50 chance. Probably even less than that. But like I said, keep doing what y'all do out here and keep believing what y'all want to believe. Because like I said before, this one incident here is going to be going to countries and other people are going to be seeing it around the world who have never even come in contact with black people. So the moment in time that they happen to see a black man from America in their country, after they're done with the shock and all of your hair and your skin and physically how you might look, your skin looks in the sun, they're going to go back to the stories that they basically saw on social media. And they're going to try to figure that out. If you're actually a criminal, if you're actually a rapper, if you're actually a gangster, if you're this, if you're that, that's what they're going to go with because that's all they know. So like I said before, y'all can keep stating so many times that all of y'all are individuals. So if you are individuals, stop saying that you're a part of a group. Stop saying that you're a part of the black community. Stop saying that you're a part of a lot of these group ethic type of things that like I keep telling other people, you're not going to roll up and tell me that you're going to be both Clark Kent and Superman in the exact same room. We're not doing this. You're either one or the other. You've never seen both people in the same room. When it's a Superman story, nobody else there. You've never seen them in the same room. That's not how it works. You never seen Clark Kent and Superman both fighting Doomsday. That's not how it works. It's Kal-El. It's one person. It's one individual. It's one entity. So like I said, black people, get it together. You're either an individual or you're a part of the group. Figure it out. But like I said, this stuff keeps taking place, it's going to be harder and harder to, in a sense, try to, quote unquote, do what's best or to showcase what's best for black people, because you're always going to have people that's going to be able to bring up these types of stories in order to cast a bad light on whatever positive news that we basically have about black men, black women, black children, the black community. We're not going to be able to get anything done as long as you continuously have ignorant nonsense and foolishness going on like this, where you got black people causing $10,000 of damages in a McDonald's over $2 worth of change in McChicken sandwiches.